All right. So this is my movie review for Fantastic Four. They do have a good score, I gotta say. I just wanted to say, every time I say Fantastic Four, I want to do that. But it was pretty good. It was pretty good film, pretty good film. I saw it twice. I'm not gonna lie, the first time I saw it, I was like, it was good, but I was like, okay, before I review, I need to see it at least one more time. So, and I'm glad I did because I did enjoy it more the second time, and I saw it in IMAX the second time, which was definitely an experience. There's one scene where it's like I'm not spoiling anything in my reviews unless I put a spoiler review. All I'm gonna say is there's one scene where they're out of space and it's like a chase sequence. That's all I'm gonna say, and it's like such a great scene. That's the main reason I want to see it twice. That was the main reason. I'm glad I did. And that scene is so good, it makes me want to see it like a third time in IMAX because like that scene alone is worth the price of admission, if you know what I'm talking about. That scene's amazing. I may do a spoiler review. I may. 'Cause I do want to talk about this movie a lot. So I thought it was pretty good. It definitely left a lot to be desired. That's how I felt the first time. I said I left a lot to be desired. Do I feel that way after the second time? I do. It does still leave a lot to be desired, but I still enjoyed it. It's just that this story is very good, and they really take the time to bring you in on the characters, mainly Reed and Sue, and you're really in their relationship and with this family. So because they do that, they kind of go real quick over little pieces of action that might be in the film, which is fine. I'm cool with nice story and less action. I'm cool with that. But like I said, it leaves a lot to be desired. So like, I love the old Fantastic Four movies, the Rise of Silver Surfer and original. I mean, I grew up with them when I was really young, so I really loved it. The newer one, when I wasn't really messing with that one with Michael B. Jordan, but the other two with Chris Evans, I love those. And you really get to see them do a lot of action stuff, like not just do action, but you just get to, there's a lot of great moments. And I think it's because, we got an origin story. This one, you don't get an origin story, but it's still good. But it's just that I don't think they gave us enough of those moments that we could think back on the film, like, oh, that was such a great moment. You know what I mean? It's like, if they do it, it goes past it really quick, because they want to get to the story of what Galactus wants and what's the story really going to revolve around. But no, I did enjoy. I'm not even gonna bury the lead. I would give this like a 3.5 out of 5 stars. I did enjoy it, but I do want to say that like I said, it just leaves a lot to be desired, and like it. Like I said, it is good. It's like it leaves a lot to be desired. Like I feel like I wanted more. I was going to see the Fantastic Four, and yes, you do get to see them, but if I had to have like a little gripe or anything on it, it's like I feel like most of the film is they're mainly, I want to say they're mainly in the defense, not the offense. They do some offense, but it's like very quick. And I feel like I don't want to just see them running away from stuff. I want to see them in action. I feel like like, I'm not spoiling anything. I'm just saying that there's parts in the film where they show them, having to do battle with maybe some other characters who we don't really see too much in the film, maybe lesser known villains. I wish we got to see a little bit more of that, because then we could see them actually fighting something. If you know anything about the trailers, Galactus is the big bad, and you can't really fight Galactus. I mean, when you see the movie, you can tell me what you want to tell me, but you can't really fight him too much. So that leaves our characters in a kind of one area of like what to do with this threat. We can't really punch, we can't really fight. So that makes them really go heavy on the story, which is great. That's why I love the story. That's why I'm like 3.5 out of 5 stars. Like it's a good movie. But the reason it's just not like that 4 out of 5 for me is because like there's moments where, like, even with Silver Surfer, there's moments where I'm like, oh, okay, they're getting a little bit of action there, and then they pull back. I'm like, damn, like they back on the defense. I'm like, shoot, like I just want to see them I wanted to see them more interactions like that. That's why I really love the old Fantastic Four movies. You really get to see Johnny. You really get to see them do stuff, you know, crazy. But this was good. This was good. And then I would say what I will say. Freaking Ben and Johnny, yo, or the Thing and Johnny. They have a good relationship, and it's more in the background, the brotherly love there. And I just wish there was more Ben and Johnny. Like I said, they really focus more on Reed and Sue, which pays off because the film is really about what's going on with them. They're a whole family of characters, but mainly what they have to go through together, really, when it comes down to what the story is going for. And the reason I'm beating around the bush with that is because I know the trailers might give away some stuff, but I'm not going to do that here. If you don't know, just go check out the movie. And basically, and it's interesting too, because I'm not going to spoil this. I'm sure the trailer spoiled it already, but I'm not going to say it in my review. I'd rather you go see the movie if you haven't seen it. But there's something that Galactus wants. If you know, you know. But all I'm going to say is this. Like, I wish the trailers never gave that away, because if I feel like my score would have been higher, because what they do with that story element is very great. I love what they do with the idea of what Galactus really wants from the planet and everything like that. Like, that really drew me in. And I feel like the promotion, that's why sometimes I try not to watch too much trailers and too much promotional material, because I feel like it takes away at some point. And I think that's what they did. They kind of psyched me out a little bit, because they gave me too much clips and too much stuff that when I went in, I'm like, yeah, no, I know this, whatever. But I wish they don't give away too much. But that's why most movies, I'm not really watching too much trailers. But all I'm gonna say is I like what they did with that story element, and I wish there was more Ben and Johnny, because they had small moments, and like I could see the characters shining, and like I feel like you do feel the family of the Fantastic Four really in this movie. You really feel like they're family. And I liked how you really get to see Reed being smart and using his brain and really figuring out how to solve this problem the best way he can. This movie's really a drama. It's like a thriller drama, and it's not too funny. I like that this felt like a very more serious film than I thought it was gonna be, and I like that. But I think that's why I like it better the second time, because I knew I was going in for it. The first time I was like, wow, I've never seen it this serious. Like, it really got serious. But it's because of the subject matter, what Galactus is wanting right now. It's crazy, and what they do with that is good. So I think I will do a spoiler review to kind of go more on that, but even though people know. But check it out if you like. And then I was going to say, what else? Silver Surfer. All right, she was awesome. But more. Like, why give us more Silver Surfer? Like, if you know they can't really defeat the big bad, and they can't really do too much battle with that person, like, give us more Silver Surfer action, you know what I mean? And they gave us a good amount, but like, it just wasn't, you know. So shoot, like, I think just a little bit more action is what I was like. But the story was very good, and that's why I would actually go see it again, because I like that the movie makes you think about what would you do in this situation. If this was your family, what would you do? And I like that. Like, when you watch Civil War, you think, what would you do? What side are you on? And with this, you're like, okay, what am I going to do? But the thing is, Reed is so smart. He's like, he has to think about the worst things. And he's like, all right, how do we solve this? He's not just going to, bow down. He's going to have to try to figure out something. So I like that about the film. And lastly, I'm going to say Galactus. Galactus is a villain, and you feel his presence. And I love that. That's one thing I would love about the movie. I love when a good villain, everyone loves a good villain, I feel. But Galactus, I want to go see it again just for Galactus. Galactus is like, you can feel him. The voice, this is like the best use of CGI, I think, is with Galactus. Because I'm watching, I believe it. I believe that's Galactus. I believe that's how he looks coming to Earth. Like, I'm like, damn, like, it was getting real for me. I'm watching, like, damn, like, I mean, we live in this big world. You don't know anything, but it was just like crazy, like just thinking about world-ending events and stuff. I mean, but it is what it is. We in the solar system, but Galactus just was like on a different level. And the fact that, I'm not spoiling anything once again, but the fact that whatever they have to do to deal with Galactus and how they end up dealing with it, is like, he's Galactus. What are you going to do? No matter where he is, what are you going to do? That's all I'm saying. Like, what are you going to do? And I like that they do show that, you know, I don't think this is a spoiler, but this is on a different Earth. You know, I'm pretty sure people know that. And they don't do, I'm gonna do a spoiler review because I really want to say this, but I can't. But they don't do something that I wish they did, but they don't have the cojones to do it, which is okay. But I'm gonna talk about it in spoiler review. But there's something dealing with planets, and I'm like, if you know there's more than one universe that you guys are going to in different movies and stuff, at least one of these movies have, and this is not spoiled, this is my theory, at least one of these movies you could have us on an alternate Earth where something catastrophic happens and our characters, you know, don't win. You know, they don't win. Like, have us on a different Earth where they don't win. And if they don't win, then you could zoom out and then show, okay, oh, this is what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about Eternals. That's what I wanted to happen in Eternals. Eternals, I didn't really like too much, but that movie would have won me over if it did this. If at the end of if the whole movie they don't say like they don't make it, say we start the movie and they don't tell us that it's on a different Earth, right? Then at the end, the things pop out the ground, the Earth explodes, everyone dies, and then it says, okay, this is a different Earth. They zoom out, and maybe one or two of the characters survive, and then they have to go to our Earth and warn us about them coming to kill us. That's basically what I wanted. I kind of like that idea, because it's like you had the opportunity to do it if you're on a different Earth, so that's pretty cool. But anyways, this is me signing off. It's Dejo, know the name, spread love and light, and yeah, we're gonna sign off. But it was good. It was good. I'm trying to think about this anything else. I think I just need to do a spoiler review, so I will. And you guys take care. And how are we gonna sign off? Fantastic Four and